Hey, what are you listening to?
Fluxcore? That's a later problem. I'll record the bit afterwards. Because we have to do that.
No, how are you starting the episode? The episode has already started.
I don't know. Oh, I forgot how bad
Yeah.
Our mic's really crusty. So...
Is it? Right.
Oh, wait. Can you hear me? Am I heard? Because, oh my god, I forgot how crusty this mic is. Wait a minute.
Are you heard?
Am I heard? Can you hear me?
Are you heard?
Okay. Well...
You're not heard.
To put the notes on. I don't know what to do without the notes. I mean, what notes?
What notes?
We improv this whole thing.
Improv, bro.
Okay, anyway. Well, I have a camera to look at now. That's so weird.
Yeah, I
You
know.
can see us now. Do you want to take a guess where we are?
I'm meditating. You can keep doing the intro.
Okay, anyway. Welcome to Fluxcore, aka the podcast of the UX department. I don't really have anything to say besides that. Who are you?
I'm Arnav.
What are you doing in my house?
I am meditating. They say Om is the sound of the universe. You know what we were talking about today?
Shut up.
Sounds.
Where did it go? Yes. Okay, bro. Okay. But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about music. And like basically how UX kind of just talks about it, does things with it, and how it sucks sometimes.
Or how sometimes it's awesome, and
Yeah.
we're gonna
Yeah.
hopefully find examples about that.
Hopefully. But anyway, before we even get into any of that, how was your break? What did you
A
do?
break, whole lot of nothing. Honestly, I went back home to India, the motherland,
The source.
the source, and it was cool. 75-degree winters.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Whole lot of
I
nothing.
don't know how you deal with that. Respectfully.
What do you mean?
Because, I mean, okay, I'm, not to dox myself, I'm from Florida, right? And if you're from Florida...
Whoa!
Oh my god!
What?
No, and if you're from Florida, you know, like, it's usually just, like, very hot. But, like, I mean, now it's been very cold. Like, in December, like, it drops a little bit. Like, it's kind of chilly down there, but where he's from, it's, like,
Where
humid.
you're from.
It's...
What was that tone?
That's not how I sounded. Okay,
So
but...
where are you really from?
Okay. But like where he's from, which I did manage to go to over break.
The one weekend I was out.
The one weekend he wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's very hot, and also I was coming from another place in India that is more north, and that's like colder. So I was going from like cold to like basically summertime level humidity. So I was very confused. But my break. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. How was your break?
I don't want to tell you anymore. Okay, but I also went to India for like a month, but I went like to a bunch of different places. Mumbai was one of them. I also went to like Bengal. I went to Kolkata and whatnot. So I did not have the fish there. I don't think.
Muchly.
Oh no, wait, I think I did. I don't remember.
You did?
I had hella good food, but now I'm back here where the food is not as good, so I'm very sad about that. Anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, you want to talk about overbreak?
Oh yeah. I just improv and I remember what we had to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, Spotify Wrapped, end of the year happened, and as usual, since we have a podcast, we also see the stats. Crazy shock, right?
Oh my gosh, that's so
And we did just start very recently in fall, so we only had 4 episodes. And call me a narcissist, but I listened to all of those episodes once. Right? Just to make sure that we didn't mess up anywhere in post-production.
What?
Right?
So crazy.
Crazy.
Who could have done that?
You just flipped the iPad.
What?
That's crazy.
Okay, Raph.
Okay, but yeah, just to make sure, but also I like to see how cringe we are sometimes and how we can improve that. And I looked at my Spotify Wrapped and I saw that I'm on the top 6% listeners of Fluxcore, the podcast I help co-host, right? But this got me wondering, if I'm on the top 6%, and I only listen once every episode, which I think is plenty, by the way. You're free to listen more than once when the content isn't going to change. But... No.
Unless I mess up in post-production, then it will change.
Yeah, hopefully that happens before we post the episode. But, yeah, I'm on top 6% and I only listen to it once. But I'm wondering, who's the 1%? Who's the person who has listened to this podcast more than me?
More than you. The co-host of the
podcast. I guess it kind of makes sense, but still. Every episode once is more than
pretty standard. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
But still.
If you're out there.
I want to know who's the 1%. He might give you like a candy bar or something. Or something. Yeah. Recognition. Yeah. Shout out.
LinkedIn connection.
We'll put your QR code of your portfolio on the video. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Totally not our Patreon page or like give us money. Our Zelle QR codes on the video. Yeah, totally not
funds
that.
For the podcast. For
we need funds.
For sure.
Yeah, we are literally recording in our bedroom.
Don't dox me! God damn it, no one was supposed to know.
Oh, broke the immersion. This is like a studio.
This is a studio that we have so
happens
much
to have a bed.
Well, you know, I like to make my guests comfy.
Oh, yeah. Right.
But, anyway, alright, let's segue into what music is. What is music? I am music. Playboy Party.
I am music.
I am music. Anyway, what's your favorite genre of music?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Because I feel like genres, before they used to be more distinctive. But, I listen to jazz, very specific. But now there are so many artists which like try to blend genres into one another. So it's really hard to tell what I like. But I think I've been consistent about house music, as basic as
the corporate answer.
Yeah, please hire me. Please hire me.
Yeah.
No,
the house is good though. Agreed.
And then last year Spotify Wrapped, I had Desi music as my number one.
That makes sense.
So yeah, Bollywood music. That was number one. Then second was house, which was opposite for me the year before. I didn't have Desi music at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
Really coconut maxing there.
Now I'm inverse coconut.
You're in... What would that be?
White on the outside.
Yeah, I know what that is. Like what
that would be.
What's
Burfi.
I guess. Oh yeah, if you don't understand that, coconut is a term that I guess ABCDs and like Desi people
ABCD is American born confused Desi.
Okay. But a coconut is like someone who's brown on the outside and white on the inside.
How?
You just said.
I'm from the source.
Alright, bro.
You just said.
Yeah, and then you also like to say you're from New Jersey of all places. What, Oak Tree Road?
When I wanna
Oak Tree Road, guys.
When people ask me for small talk and I don't really wanna engage with them, I just say I'm from New Jersey. If I literally...
No one is gonna want to engage with you when you say you're from New Jersey.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, I was in a line once in a Chick-fil-A, and then this old couple asked me where I'm from, and I really didn't want to explain where I'm from when I'm standing in line for food. You know me, I'm
a big back.
Kind of. Yeah.
Right.
So I just said I'm from New Jersey, and they said, "Oh, we're from New Jersey too."
It backfired.
And they asked me where in New Jersey, so I had to. I just said, "Oh yeah, this neighborhood. I don't know what county or what place that neighborhood lies in."
Bruh.
But yeah, we talked about how close it is to New York.
Is that all you talk about?
Probably what New Jersey people talk about.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I feel like that's like the main thing they don't like about it is that like people just associate them with New York because of how close they are.
Nobody associates them with New York.
Yeah, New Jersey's distinctive.
That was I'm sure that was a Family Guy bit or a South Park bit. Fans, don't come after me. But they basically went, oh, we couldn't find houses anywhere, and they had like criterias, and it was like, oh, this is like this many square feet, this big of a backyard, river facing, everything. And the only thing that was different was because of how the border was placed between the states, it technically landed in New Jersey.
Oh,
and they were like, oh, we just cannot find any houses.
Where could they be? That's so crazy. Well, anyway, back to music. That's the thing that this episode is about. I mean, like, it's honestly really cool to think, because, like, if you think about all the mediums that exist, like, artistically or whatever, like, if you were to group them, it's, like, visual art, I guess, like, the stuff you see around here. I made...
in the studio.
Pretty much all of these, except for that. Shout out Figma. Yeah, so there's visual art, and then there's, like, written stuff, like poetry and whatnot. That, like, you can see it, but at least, like, it takes, like, cognitive load, I guess, to understand it or whatever, like critical thinking, I don't know, but then there's like music, which like you can't really see unless you take the effort of like visualizing it, which people have done, and that's really cool.
And some people visualize.
Let's talk about that in a bit.
But
yeah, and then like I mean, besides like music notes and stuff, like you can only really perceive it by hearing it. So it's not like tangible either, unless you again like make the effort of doing that. So it's like, I don't know, it's cool because it's you can kind of like interact with it in such a unique way, and then like I wonder how people are taking the steps to make it something that you can actively interact with, right?
Yeah,
because I know at least only recently apps are starting to like music apps are starting to like provide features that sort of like help people, I don't know, I guess make music. Like, I know Spotify is starting to do this, like...
A lot of them have the EQ stuff.
Yeah, the EQ
where they have, like, movement around and how you, like, see sound, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this has been happening for a while, right? Right from music notes, we wanted a way to be able to talk about music without actually making music.
Yeah. Right? Which can be, like, really hard to understand if you're, like, kind of a beginner. And like you don't know, like music theory is a whole other thing that, like
yeah, I keep seeing memes about, oh, I love music, and they have like progressively more complicated ways of talking about music. One of them is a circle. I'll try to put it in the diagram later, but it's basically like different chords on a circle, and they have like connections between them saying, oh, which ones sound the best together or something.
Oh, like colors, like complementary colors, kind of.
Yeah, but chords. For like music notes.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And I found out about it pretty late, and I have very basic understanding of music. And when I saw that, I was shocked. What even is this?
Shiver me timbers. That's so cool though. Because, yeah, I mean, like, music theory, if you grew up, like if you're like classic Asian kid, they kind of made you do like some sort of instrument at some point.
Well, start out with the violin.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, my school made me do that, so that was kind of, everyone was subjected to that. But like, yeah, I mean, it's interesting because music theory, like the basic of it is like there's chords, so like different groups of notes that you can use to make music. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, there's also, I know, like, Spotify as well. I don't know if it's Spotify or what, but I've seen people sort of, like, mixing stuff. Like, they combine different tracks together, like, different songs.
Oh, yeah. I think that is in, like,
both
platforms, which we would shortly go to soon.
Yeah.
But they basically allow you to mix tracks. Like, or, like, try to blend two tracks together.
Yeah, because I feel like when you listen to something, even if you don't know music theory, you have like a general idea of like, okay, what would I want it to sound like? Like maybe I want more reverb here, or like make it more echoey, or like maybe I want to pitch it down so it sounds like slower or something like that. Like you kind of have that basic idea even without like knowing what to do about it. So I like that, at least people are taking the steps to make that more accessible.
Okay. I know you asked me about my favorite genre, but what is your favorite genre?
I mean, it's kind of the same. Like, my playlists are all over the place, but...
Yeah. Do you want to share some of your playlist names?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Okay. One of my Leve playlists is called Luffy. Because, people, like, make fun of the way that, like, they can't pronounce her name a lot. And that's, like, one of the things I say. I think my weekend playlist is called Nah, That's the Weekday.
Let me actually
you have it. I have
what it is, yeah.
My main playlist is called Road Trip because, like, my parents told me to make a playlist of all my songs because they thought, like, out of everyone in the family, I had the best music taste. So I made, like, a family-friendly version of what I was listening to at the time.
I have a family-friendly version of my playlist, too.
Yeah, but then I gave up on it. And, like, now what it is pretty much, like, it's like an archive of everything that I listened to or like have queued over the years. I found your account,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a little time capsule.
Like her house music playlist is called Never Loop It, with a screenshot of a Minecraft scene with a typical looking house, but the front of the house is replaced by the photo of Dr. House. Zoomed in. House empty.
It's peak. Editor put that
in. There are some very interesting names there.
I don't remember what else I have. Oh yeah, I recently renamed my K-pop playlist to K-poop.
Oh yeah. I see that.
I will be getting doxxed soon, so I hope that was worth the joke.
You got Minecraft music in there?
I do. Dude, the cover for that is tough. That was a screenshot from the game.
Oh, that's a screenshot from the game?
Yeah, I took that.
That's
and then I put
cool.
the
parental advisory sticker on there, and it has a white border.
It's fire.
That's pretty cool.
That's fire.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's Neha's account.
But I know, like, that's, like, hitting the surface with how people name their playlists. I've seen some crazy things.
Yeah.
On Spotify, mainly.
No, my playlist, I started off with having food puns in my name. So, like, my rap playlist was called Raps. And it had a photo of, like, a rap. Yeah, and then my hip-hop playlist was Pop with, like, a soda can. And then I think I gave up after that. I couldn't think of more.
What are you supposed to do for, like, jazz?
Jazz, I don't know. Peach emoji.
Why?
Jazz as I don't know.
Besides, like, making it more accessible to people to, like, play around with, like, other people have also, like, figured out a way to make it tangible, which is so cool. And I love seeing how people do that.
Visualization.
Like, yeah, I mean, the thing you sent me with the guy who, like, made the piano with, like, violins and audio, that's so
HTX.
Sick. Oh my gosh. Basically, yeah.
This Instagram account called HTX. This guy just has, like, the craziest ideas you can think of, and they're kind of, like, not necessary, but they're really refined and well done, well made. You might put, like, a clip.
Yeah.
Dude, we can do that with video now.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
The possibilities.
Whatever we can talk about, y'all can just see it.
Yeah.
Instead of us having to describe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except if you still want to listen to audio only, then
True.
we're still gonna have to describe it. Alt text IRL.
Yeah. Hopefully this would be on YouTube.
Yes.
So
like and subscribe.
Hello YouTube.
I have to say that now. Ew.
Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment about what you like.
Join a Patreon.
We don't have a Patreon, by the way. Do not get scammed.
I mean, we could. That would be funny.
Fundraiser.
We get like 1 cent.
Oh my god, I love your content. It's from the 1%.
Yeah.
The 1%.
We'll never know who they are.
Yeah, anonymous donation of 1 cent.
1 cent.
We'll appreciate every cent you give us.
You have to do that.
No.
Okay, anyway. Oh yeah. You know what? I will talk about K-pop now, because that's actually another whole set K-pop. Yeah, because my fascination with it and, like, K-pop culture in general is just, like, I like to observe it from the outside, but I'm never gonna go in because like fan culture and like stan culture scares me personally, just because it's like, yeah, we're doing a little too much. But like I understand the need for community and all that, especially in these tough times. But K-pop is just interesting. Like I feel like they've created their own culture around just music.
Yeah.
And
that is true. Do you think it would be possible to have the same kind of following just from music? Like they never showed themselves, or they were like anonymous creators? Or do you think part of
Gorillaz kind of does that? But they do show themselves, right?
But I guess they have like animations and things that go alongside with them, right?
Yeah.
And they have characters, they have like lore behind it.
Yeah.
But if it was just music, like let's say there was some anonymous artist and they had just music, do you think the popularity and like the cultural impact would be the same?
I think they'd have to be smart about it. Like how do they engage and like how do they connect with people through like their like just their music, right? So like if they have lyrics, like do they have a message, or like
I guess MF Doom was kind of like that.
Yeah, right? That's true.
And the lyrics and everything.
Yeah, that's true. And like with rap in general being like kind of like at least how it started, like it's telling a story and all of that. Like I don't know, it's just so cool. It's so cool to see like what people do and like how they use like music to elevate that. Like instead of just like just saying it, they like take the extra step and then they make it something that people can like vibe to and then also like be emotional to and all that. Like, you know, it's so cool to me. I don't know. But yeah, back to K-pop. K-pop. I don't know, because like it's also companies have also, that's another thing, is that it's kind of a company created culture, because like specific groups, like the thing about like having lore, specific groups have like a theme to them, right? Like there's like what, like girl crush, boy crush, some like I don't know, like more mature stuff that like sometimes, and they're usually made for Korean audiences, but like when we're getting groups like Cat's Eye and stuff, it's like that opens up like a whole other level of possibilities, because they're supposed to be like a global girl group, right? They operate within the constraints of K-pop, I guess, or like people kind of like think that they're K-pop because like they act like one, but and they're owned by like the biggest K-pop company, Hybe, but like
this is lore I don't even know about.
Yeah, I know.
So we are both learning at the same time.
Yeah, but
there are some people who are screaming at their screen.
Yeah,
like, your information's wrong.
Okay, it might be. I might be spreading misinformation.
We get clips on Twitter about look at this
every comment.
Dumbass. And what she's saying about K-pop, not K-poop.
K-poop. Yeah. And every comment is like, we need like a 200% tariff on podcast mics because of this.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. But yeah,
we make no money making this, by the way.
This is true.
We do it for the love of the game. Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know, just the idea of like creating a culture around music in general and like how they do it is so, because they are really, really particular about like you must interact with your fans. You have to like sell yourself to them, like if you're an idol, right?
Yeah,
you have to do everything to be a person to them and not just like a person on the screen, right?
Yeah, so
they'll put out like fan cams, they'll put out like photo cards and all these like things that make you feel like you are a part of this.
Oh my god, parasocial relationships.
You are K-pop. Yeah, parasocial relationships. Wow. Yeah, that's the part that creeps me out the most about like stan culture, is that like sometimes people just can't separate it, and then like it just becomes like a whole thing. But
true, that's why I listen to obscure music. So recently I've been doing this thing where there would be DJ sets on YouTube, and I'm not talking like hardcore DJ sets, I'm talking about like house jazz, which is a new genre. So I talked about like genre mixes, and it's just one dude who's like going on his DJ table working on stuff, but something about him in the mini player just like DJing as I'm working makes me feel like
you're there.
like I should work, you know, like this guy is putting so much effort into like making these amazing mixes for me, and I'm like, okay, then I gotta work, right?
Wait,
after I see that.
I just have an idea. What if we like hosted a study session thing, but like we just hire a DJ to be there? in the shed. That could be my rave.
Fig jam.
Fig jam. Yo! Wait, okay.
Fig jam.
I might do that. Look.
Yeah.
But
yeah. But Neha, we aren't talk about anything podcast. We are a UX podcast.
Oh, that's true.
By future leaders of user experience.
Yeah.
So, how do we connect music and technology?
How have people been doing that?
Yeah. How do we connect the services a lot of people use every day, or they might use every day, consume such a cool thing called music?
Yeah. So let's talk about the two biggest competitors in the music industry.
Whoa.
Apple Music and Spotify. I kind of already talked about Spotify, but
yeah.
I am an Apple Music user. You're a Spotify user.
It used to be.
Not anymore?
No, I am subscribed.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
I have a lure for that.
Okay, go for it. I mean, we
yeah.
have all day.
So I used to be a hardcore Spotify subscriber, mainly because before I had a Mac and an iPhone, I used to be a Dell boy and a Motorola phone kind of guy.
Yeah.
And Apple Music really didn't exist on those platforms before, so the only thing I could use was Spotify. Or like those free music streaming services that
Pandora.
I had SoundCloud like religiously, like a religious user, and I would search for the same songs on it, and all I would get was covers, and that is all I would listen to. Or way back when I found my brother's iPod Touch 4th gen, the first one which has a rear camera, that one had iTunes, and you could listen to like 30 seconds of a snippet of a song.
Yeah.
And I would do that because they would play the good part of the song.
I remember like I used to go through the iTunes store, and I think that one of the only two things that had like a full video that I could watch was the I Am a Gummy Bear music video. So that's like the only thing I knew.
On the iTunes store?
On the iTunes store.
Yeah. Crazy how music changed to, over time.
We went from that to
paying for every song to subscriptions.
Everywhere. It's kind of like, because we grew up. We're so old.
We grew up on
back in my day.
Back in my day.
No, yeah, but we grew up with like that, the evolution of that, pretty much, and like from what it was then to like from the iPod to now. But yeah. Anyway, back to your Spotify lore.
Yeah, so I got Spotify eventually, and it was fine. Like when I was running it on Android and Windows, it was cool, and it did what I wanted to, and. They started slowly making changes to their UI, which was getting slightly annoying. Like, the like symbol became a plus icon, where it used to be a heart symbol. So now people confuse it between adding to a playlist versus adding to your liked songs. By the way, who uses liked song features? Like,
I think people do. Like, they...
Why?
Just because, like, they don't want to make a playlist, and they're like... Basically, how I talked about like my road trip thing being an archive of everything I've ever listened to? It's like that, pretty much.
I guess.
But like for people who don't feel like putting it into a playlist.
I have only actively liked one song, and that was when I accidentally pressed the plus button instead of actually adding it to my playlist on Spotify when I first discovered it. But yeah, apart from that, they made a lot of changes, and recently, since I'm a student and I'm also broke, I try to do like student verification stuff with Share ID, and that just does not work on Spotify for some reason. I was like, like this is pretty cool. Like I'll keep using this. Support small business or whatever. And they used to give Hulu for free before, but when I would go back to India, Hulu doesn't work there. So I basically had nothing. And they would randomly charge me like $12 without telling me, oh, your like student verification has gone out.
Oh.
And I think that was the turning point where I was like, okay, I'm getting Apple Music.
Yeesh.
Yeah, but I kept Spotify around when I got Apple Music because they give you 2 months for free. And I was like, okay, I'll just switch between the two. And I'm still on iOS 18, so the UI does look pretty good on it. And yeah, it just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes sense for me.
Well, how do you feel about Apple Music compared to Spotify? Because now you like...
I've used both. I will say there are some things which are like very refined about Apple Music. Like when you make a new playlist, they have like cute colors on there and it looks like professional stuff, whereas Spotify is just the first 4 songs you add to the playlist and that becomes the cover, which is kind of useful, I guess, but it looks ugly.
Yeah,
TBH.
Very lazy UI. Just. But yeah, and like I don't know, because I pretty much started using Apple Music as soon as it became a thing. So I've been like an avid Apple Music listener. Yeah, I'm an OG. And like because of that, I genuinely just feel like a lot of their features are more intuitive for me than like Spotify is. Like for some reason, like I don't know why I always get confused with how to like queue stuff on Spotify, but on Apple Music it's just like kind of easy. But there's some things that are annoying, and like I have iOS 26, so now things have like moved around and they changed some things. Like I know they added this thing where you can, which I know Spotify has had before, but like it'll blend into the next song, and like that's still kind of not that good. So I turned it off. And like a lot of the symbols are not intuitive. Like when you're looking at your queue, you like the thing to either repeat one song or to repeat like the queue or to just not do that is all one button. So it'll like shuffle through it. And like my mom was asking me, how do you do that? And I was like, you just keep tapping it until, and like that's not like, I don't know how you would change that, to be honest, but like it's still kind of not great.
I will say Spotify, when it came to their shuffle and like autoplay, they had some cool features in there. So how I think Apple Music works with their shuffle stuff is that, or like autoplay, is they will play the whole playlist and then play the new songs. Whereas how Spotify does it is that they put the new songs in the middle of their playlist. So it still kind of feels fresh. And let's say you don't like a few songs from there and then you get your playlist. You come back to the song that you already like and it's in your playlist. So I think that's a pretty neat way of designing that experience. And Spotify is just better for jams and like adding playlists together. Yeah,
like collaborative music is not a very good thing. I don't even know if you can do it on that.
It's rough. Like I was driving from Atlanta to Savannah and I tried to make a collab playlist on Apple Music, not playlist, but a queue, and it kept playing the same 5 songs over and over again because they just couldn't figure out where the autoplay songs came from. It kept showing up as I added them, even though I didn't add them, and they were through autoplay. So
I think like I've heard people complaining also about Spotify having like that problem, but with shuffling, like when you hit shuffle on a playlist, it'll play like the like same 5 songs because like you were recently listening to them as opposed to like everything else on your playlist.
There's actually a fun case study about this. So this problem existed in the iPod.
Really?
Like iPod classics. And like Steve Jobs was around and their original shuffle mechanism was actually random. Like doesn't matter what order or whatever it is, they would play, and people complained about, it's not random enough. Even though it was completely random. So what Apple had to do was create a new algorithm for shuffling, which didn't seem like as predictable or like somewhat predictable, because what would happen is that there is still a possibility of if you have multiple songs from the same album to show up together. What they did was they would identify those albums and those songs and intentionally not put them together. So it wasn't completely random.
Okay.
And complaints did kind of drop afterwards, but it was more of like a psychological reasoning of like, it's not random enough versus it actually being random, but they had to like make it appear random.
So like sometimes it's just like make it look like that's kind of like UI principle. I think a lot of people kind of follow, where it's like make it look like it's happening, but it's not actually
UX
happening. Or yeah, whatever. Both.
Yeah, it's actually UX.
Okay, but I guess we can continue the Apple Music and Spotify discussion in a bit, but we're gonna take a break.
What?
That's crazy.
Yeah, an ad break.
Ad break. We don't make revenue.
Yeah.
But yeah. Bye-bye. Do your icons just suck? Like they're just awful? Well, let me show you how to make them not awful with Iconify. With your wireframe, choose the frame where you want the icon to be, go to your plugins, and then find Iconify. Look at all the lovely icon sets and then find the one that you really vibe with. Then, search for the icon that you're looking for. Once you've got it, you can go down and change the size of the icon, where you want that icon to be, and the color. I want it to be white. Then, you can import it as a frame right into the frame that you selected, and boom. Now you can change all of those ugly circles into icons and have a lovely little wireframe. And this is really made possible due to the plugin feature in Figma. Okay, now back to the episode. Cool. We're back. That's it.
Awesome.
And then we leave.
I hope you like the break.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So anyway, we were discussing Apple Music and Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, okay. My main gripe, to be honest, with both of them, even though Spotify does technically do it better, is that they're not very good at, like, helping people really engage with music or, like, find good music, right? Mm. Like, you can collaborate with people and that's fine, right? That's cool. Everybody wants that. But my thing is, I think the discovery part is, like, the shittiest part of both of them. First cuss word. I don't think we cursed at all in the first bit.
I called you a dumbass.
Okay, that's whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, that.
Whatever.
Whatever.
But yeah, they at least Apple Music just has like one. I think like
that's they have a new tab on Apple Music. That
genuinely, like, just looking at it, I don't give a shit about what they're saying on there. Like, that doesn't make me want to do anything. The only like, I guess, appealing part of all of that is the genre. Like, okay, maybe I'm really looking for a specific genre. But even then, it's like, you have to do all of the work. Like, you have to find it. You have to press play. Like, oh my god, that's so much work. But, like, still, like, you know what I mean, right? Like, it's just, like, not a lot of the effort is being done on their part to help me find something that I want to be looking for. Like, I feel like if I were to go around and ask, like, 10 people right now, like, where do you usually find your music? They would say social media or other people. And that's like it. No one would say, oh, through the apps that I use to listen to my music. And I don't think that's like a good thing.
Yeah, and like Spotify autoplay, I don't know what it is in the start, but they would only play songs from MGMT and like a couple other artists which are like really famous. And it wasn't even like their other songs, it were the famous ones. And it just seemed kind of pointless to me because I kept listening to those same songs in the autoplay and nothing new was being shown to me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's also on how people discover content in general, right? If we talk about YouTube, there is effort from both like YouTube algorithm as well as content creators for them to click on your video specifically. Right. Be it from the thumbnail, be it from the title, or like a combination of both. But there is like an active way of trying to get people to click on your stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas with these music platforms, I feel like I just look at the album cover and the name of the album, which is cool, but it doesn't make me feel like clicking into it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, don't judge a book by its cover. Except I do judge books by their cover.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. I kind of do the same thing with albums.
Think about the illustrator who made the book cover.
Yeah, that's true.
They feel so sad.
But like, side note, album cover design in general is like one of the hardest things to do. I will say. Same thing with book cover design, because like, how on earth are you supposed to make it stand out against a sea of other things that are also trying to stand out and grab your attention at the same time? Like, that is, I genuinely don't understand how people do that. Like, as much as, you know, we love to shit on graphic design designers.
No, we don't.
I mean, what?
What? They can see us now, Neha. They can like spot us in public.
Oh, that's true. I mean, they kind of already do, but whatever. Whatever.
Not really.
But
Do not go to Adler after 12 a.m.
Yeah, I won't. But I mean, it's like that's genuinely like that requires like such a level of like attention to detail that like and like knowing how to translate that into something that's like visual and like even if because sometimes a lot of people just don't really care about translating whatever the album is about onto the like the graphic or the cover. So it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah,
but
I mean,
respect.
It's also a thing about the aspect ratio itself.
Yeah, that's true.
Designing a square is a lot harder than designing like a rectangle, something, because you can play with the imperfections or something.
Yeah.
My design one professor said the hardest things he had to design were album covers, and I kind of believe that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess it's also like a perspective matter, because when you look at a YouTube video or any kind of content online, you don't view it as art. Like, sure, it can be artistic, but I don't view it as...
You don't like digest it.
I don't digest it as art. I like take it as content.
Right, yeah.
Whereas music, many times, music is art. And like through and through, right from its start to what it is still now. Yes, it is monetized and there are systems to make it more like content, but at its fundamental, it's still treated as like art.
Yeah.
And the essence of understanding art, I feel like, has been few people understand it. A few people get to it. Like, exclusivity has been the thing about
for sure.
art itself. And I think there has to be like a shift if more and more people are making music and more artists, musicians have to become content creators to just get their music out in the public.
Which kind of sucks because like that kind of mindset, and I know a lot of YouTubers have talked about it, is like very damaging to the point where it's like if you have to balance monetization and like going the content creator route with like actually putting your art out there and putting the effort into putting your art or content or whatever out there, right? Like that can get so demeaning for people, and like at some point, like you get to a point where you kind of lose sight of what you're originally doing, and then it's like, okay, well then what's the point? And then the burnout happens. But going back to your like exclusivity bit, gatekeeping, huge thing. I think ever since like TikTok sort of took off as well, that's been like a huge thing where it's like, I was gatekeeping them. Why are you going out and telling other people who this person is? Like,
why does that even matter? Like, okay, I found this song from TikTok. Sure, you know why it's popular? Because it's good. Yeah, it's catchy. Yeah, it has things or like funny lyrics that I can relate to. Yeah. Why are you mad that an artist is getting famous and they are getting successful because of their hard work they put into music? Yeah, it almost feels like you hate this artist.
But I mean, at the same time, I can kind of understand where they're coming from on like two fronts. One being, concert etiquette has gone down for sure. I know a lot of people have been talking about like how, I think at Leve's concert there have been a few problems where people were like shouting and stuff, and like if you know her music, like she's a very quiet artist, you know. Like, a lot of her stuff is like very chill, is vibey. That's not like a place to be shouting and screaming and whatever. Like, I love you, like that's cool, but like, you know, chill, you know. So that kind of thing, like people get scared where if the artist gets more known, then like the wrong kind of crowd will come in. But okay, to manage that, I think that's on the community. And like kind of on the artist, but not really. Like a lot of that is on the community. Like you just need to know, you need to teach people like what the right thing to do is and like what the expectations are. And then the other thing is like going back to like the what's it called, the burnout part. When an artist like gets more famous and like more noticed, their music might start to like take a hit because like the whatever label they're signing might want them to go in a different direction, and like a lot of people are kind of guilty of that. Like that's where you get the phrase where it's like, oh, I miss the old like Tyler, I miss the old Kanye, I miss the old Drake.
The old Kanye.
Yeah, literally. Like that's where that comes from, because it's like, oh, they're I guess maybe their music is more like made for an audience that isn't who like the very first audience used to be, right? So I kind of understand the sentiment, but at the same time, like this, like if you are pursuing music as like a full-time thing. Like, unfortunately, the arts are very like neglected in today's world, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think about it from like a monetary perspective.
Yeah, and there are YouTubers out there like MKPHD, shout out, shouting out small channels in this. We give them platforms.
I know, yeah.
Basically, but he talked about his creative process, and it's all of his creative decisions are based on editing. He really likes video. He really likes tech, and he sort of merged these things together to become a reviewer. And over time, you know, as more people watched, as he has to give out more content, he started giving out, like, he gives the analogy of an octopus. Like, you give out the limbs that you have, but you still have to keep one or two that you really like.
Yeah.
About the process itself and what got you into the space. And for him, it's editing. So I guess it's a thing creators have to think about, which is, what are the things that I really like, and what are the things that are really annoying and I have to do just to get it out there and be discovered.
Yeah.
But
it's like an interesting thing to think about from like an artist perspective, and then also like for as a UX designer, like for when you're creating like an experience, like what are you prioritizing, right? Because like a lot of us, it depends on what space you're designing for, but you have to think about like, okay, am I designing for like the user specifically, or do I need to also think about like what the business wants, like what kind of monetary needs they have, right?
It's always a balance between what the business wants, the different stakeholders, and also just to keep the bills running and have people actually use your these services.
Yeah, I think it's a problem that like at least the people who are behind like Apple Music and Spotify, they kind of have to think about as well, because then it's like, I mean, as unfortunate as it is, and I mean I wish they wouldn't think like this, you can't like do everything for the love of the game. You know? But you should, to be honest. Like, sorry, like I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you should.
like this podcast.
Like this podcast.
You do it for the love of the game.
Yeah, because you know, not everything that you do for like monetary reasons is like always going to be fulfilling or whatever, right? So yeah, but as far as like engagement goes, I think music apps specifically need to do better about that. Like,
yeah, and there was some experimenting. I remember Spotify had this very brief feature for some time where it was an infinite scroll but for songs. So you just scroll, but it's the same thing as TikTok where they would have clips of the song and then you scroll, but that didn't really take off because people don't really like doom scrolling. But they do at the same time.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. But like I know a lot of apps that have nothing to do with doom scrolling are trying to implement that as well. Like I think Disney Plus is gonna start doing like short form content. Oh my god. I know. Like I don't know.
And then there's I think OpenAI who's also doing their short form content for AI clips.
That's an episode for another day.
Also, Meta also has it. I see like Instagram Reels from that app in my feed, and because it's just a preview, I think, oh, this is interesting. Like I cannot tell if it's AI or not.
Yeah.
And I click it and I'm like, oh, join the Meta app. Interesting times.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Because, I mean, I feel like there has to be some sort of effort between, like, the app and, like, the artist. Like, there needs to be a balance between, like, how they're choosing to engage with, like, their fans and stuff. And then also fans kind of do it on their own, right? Or, like, developers in general. Like, with making, like, going back to the point of making music, like, tangible, right?
Yeah.
There's OGs remember those piano tiles.
Whoa! Peak. Oh my god, Peak. Piano tiles.
You don't have to know anything about piano. It has like, as someone who plays piano, like that's not what a piano looks like. You know, like it's just like
it was awesome.
But it's peak. You know, like you really. That's honestly, it's like a pretty good way to learn rhythm, which I know for some reason a lot of people lack. Like learning how to be on beat and like all of that, and like also just like learning how different songs work. Like that's a good way to do it, you know. And then another thing that's really really cool that I saw, I don't know if you know who Imogen Heap is, but there's this really famous song that she made called Headlock. It was kind of like trending a little bit. there's a train coming, so...
Train! Here comes the A train.
I live next to the train track, so, like, yeah. Anyway, but...
No, we're in a studio.
I thought... Oh, yeah, the studio is right next to
the studio is right next to the train. We are sitting on a bed.
Yeah. We wanted to support small businesses, so... But yeah, she basically made these gloves that you can wear, which help you compose music in, like, real time. So... if you were to like feed whatever software it is like vocals, you can like control the reverb and like the volume and like whatever else. You can like loop it and stuff like that because like people do that in concert.
Yeah.
And you can do it. You can do all this in concert with just your hands. It's super cool. Like I can put like a
crazy. Have you heard of gloving?
Yeah, basically.
Gloving, but with sound.
But with sound. I mean, basically, yeah.
Yeah. But they do some crazy stuff with their hands.
Yeah.
Gloving, it's a crazy skill.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
How to start.
And I know there was like a guy behind Doctor Strange who like is really famous for like how he does hand stuff, like hand choreography.
Yeah.
And he was brought on because of that.
Oh.
I don't know. Elite ball knowledge. But anyway.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like those gloves are like honestly one of the best examples of how people will literally like make music into something that you can actively like control and like piece together.
Speaking of music, we got amazing music behind us.
Yeah.
In the train.
Yeah. Imagine they just can't hear it. And we're just like,
oh yeah,
we just sound like schizophrenic.
maybe.
That's right. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
Also, isn't it kind of funny? The first video episode we talk about music, which is like mainly an audio only thing.
Oh yeah.
I'm really thinking about the juxtaposition.
Yeah.
The juxtaposition between the episode new medium versus the content.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have a special relationship with
I do.
music.
Oh my god, my favorite part. So, I have this thing that I can do. I don't think I would consider it a mental illness, but I guess it's a condition.
Something.
It's a condition.
Yeah.
It's basically called audio visual synesthesia, and for me specifically, what I can do is I can hear colors. He likes to say he can see sounds.
Okay.
That's not
here. Okay, you should just explain what it is.
But yeah, so the idea is that it only really works for music specifically. So like me speaking does not, I don't have a color for that, or like a singular, like if you were to take a piano and like play a singular note or like a singular key, that doesn't really like sound like anything to me. But like if you play a chord, that is where like the colors start coming in, right? And basically if you were to play any song right now and like almost instantly I can kind of like start hearing a color, but what that looks like is like in my mind there's like this dark room.
In my mind there's a dark room.
Yeah. And someone turned on a fog machine. And pretty much whatever color the song is like if someone turns on like a light in that room and all you can see is like the colored fog, that like whatever color that light is, that's the color of the song. That's like what I see.
Yeah.
Or hear, I guess. I don't know. But
kind of crazy.
Yeah. So like I've pretty much like my party trick is to ask like people like, okay, if you play any song, I'll tell you what color it is right now.
And nobody has any way of proving it right or wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I could be lying.
Yeah.
But
it would be an elaborate lie.
It would be a really elaborate lie. Like I don't know how I would, but like a lot of artists, like music artists, like to claim that they can do that. Like as well as like perfect pitch, which Charlie Puth is a good example of that.
He's like, and what's funny is that I think all of the colors that different people see in audiovisual synesthesia, which is the name of the phenomenon.
Yeah.
By the way, it is different. Like if Neha thinks something is red, somebody else is gonna be like, no, not at all.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. I think so. I don't know. I haven't like met anyone who has audio-visual synesthesia. But
what if the 1%er also has audio-visual synesthesia? And they also donate 1 cent to us.
Oh, well.
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy. Yeah. But the best way that I can explain the like how it works is like, you know how people will go like with no reasoning whatsoever. Like, oh, science is green, math is blue, English is red. Thursday it's 7. No, Friday 7:49. No.
What?
Something like all of those are like the same. I don't know how to explain it, but like some people might know what I'm talking about. But that's like just
like how 7 is cool, kind of a thing.
Like cool isn't cold, or cool isn't like
cool as in like cool.
Oh, I don't know, but but yeah, there's like two things that have nothing to do with each other, kind of just being like put together. That is pretty much how it works for me. But I think like the scientific explanation is like my nerves are like joined or whatever. I don't fucking know. But
they kind of messed up with their wiring.
They kind of messed up.
In more ways than one, but one of them is more apparent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, but if my wiring wasn't messed up, we wouldn't have this podcast. So.
True. We need one insane person
for
the podcast to be interesting.
Alright.
Yeah.
But yeah. Why do you like to claim that I see sounds?
Okay, so she explained this phenomenon in the hidden files, like way back before the podcast.
That's not a good thing to say right now.
Oh yeah. Basically we tried to have a recording before the first episode ever. We were not even testing our mics. We were just seeing if we can talk for that long, which we can. We are both yappers. And in that, she was explaining how this thing works. And she said, like how she said now, like, I hear the chords, and then in my mind, I see like a dark room. My mind is a dark room.
Yeah.
With like a fog machine, and then I see color. And I was like, oh, cool. So you see the chords basically in your mind, right? No. In form of a color. But then she was like, no, I am hearing the color that is there. Yeah.
I am hearing the color.
So basically, what I tried to explain, this is a grammar debate, and I know there are people who are better at English than me. Please correct me if you can. But basically, like it kind of doesn't make sense in my head because if you're hearing color, that means you're seeing color first, and then you start hearing sounds based on seeing that color.
Yeah, but I don't. Like,
exactly.
I hear the sound.
You hear the sound first, and then you see the color in your head.
Yeah, so I hear the color.
Hearing the color implies that you see the color, and then you start hearing it. But seeing the sound means that, like, okay, think about it this way. Seeing or hearing is the verb, right? The verb can be before the thing that happens.
Yeah. Which is the color. Yeah, so
you see the color.
The verb
after.
is like telling me like how I'm perceiving the color, right?
The verb.
Right?
What?
Like the verb is telling me like how I'm perceiving what happens after that, right? Like how I'm, like if I'm saying like I don't know how to explain this.
Yeah.
But yeah,
English is my third language, so if you like make fun of me for that, that's on you.
All right, bro.
But yeah, it's just a grammar thing. It's not about Neha's whatever.
Yeah, but
fun fact. Neha's fun fact.
Yeah, I have 2 fun facts that I always throw out.
Technically 3.
What's 3?
Saxophone.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
Oh, dang. Oops.
My, like, that being one of them, and then the other one being is that I was born on New Year's.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Microsoft Excel default birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, sure, go ahead.
Alright, but it makes it easier for me to fill out, like, some job applications, because that's where they start.
Oh my god. Mine's, like, middle of the year, so even if they had, like, infinite scroll where you could go backwards, it doesn't matter because I have to go the same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, my birthday is 29 June, by the way.
No one asked.
I know, but I know there are people out there who care about me.
Alright.
Like the 1%ers.
Sure.
1 to 5%.
Maybe they care about me, but you don't know that. Maybe
no, 1 to 5% cares about me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. But anyway, I had a point with this. So basically I had this like idea that I really want to try to make as like a passion project. It's kind of like basically improving upon the things that I said, like both Apple Music and Spotify, and honestly even TikTok does wrong, which is like engagement and like helping people find music. Because like I basically want to build something that will help people like recommend music to other people, as in like a without like relying on an algorithm. So like a human algorithm, if that makes sense. And my main idea I think was gonna like have like an environment that kind of looks like your personal like corner of a room that you can like customize or whatever, and in the middle of it there would be like a record player, and maybe every day or something, or however frequent, like we could have it like someone will come up to you or come up to like your window and be like, hey, I have some new records to drop off or whatever, and that could be like recommendations for music. That was like one idea, but the other thing was like, I don't know, I just want to make it easier for people to find music in general in like a way that's better for them, or not better, but like more intuitive, I guess, or like fun and meaningful, because I don't think like just looking at like the news section on Apple Music is engaging or fun by any means, but and then also like
music is also really complicated to work with.
Like I don't know,
because I mean, one is the medium itself, the second thing is record labels and like,
the whole
licensing and all of that. So it is tough, but
the whole thing with like what TikTok and like UMG or something that happened. But I think what TikTok does wrong, because the premise is like it's a music app, and like it is cool that like people are kind of engaging with music through like dancing and like snippets and edits. Edits are huge. Edits are like a really good way for like people to imagine how like the music can live in like certain spaces and stuff. But the problem is like the snippets, where people will get disappointed if the rest of the song doesn't sound like that, and then they already have this like deep-seated idea of like what the song should sound like because they're hearing it over and over and over again, which kind of just makes that disappointment like greater, you know. So I feel like there needs to just be a way where people can like not only find music in like a meaningful way, but then they can also like engage with it, and then also want to find more, like go down a rabbit hole without like kind of just taking out like some of the effort of having to do that. And then also like, since people mainly find music through other people anyway, just kind of like expound upon that, I guess.
Amplifying the process pretty
much. Because like I would use that, not to glaze myself.
I think the idea of like some random person dropping off albums at your place, like in digital space, is kind of cool.
I want to really like,
I fuck with that heavy.
Hell yeah, bro.
I fuck with that heavy.
Hell yeah.
And even like how it used to be, right? People would have mixtapes, personalized mixtapes for each other way back in the day. No. And even now, people make playlists for each other.
And it's like
share
a little
them.
Like love language type thing.
Oh my god, he made a playlist for me. And
raise your standards. Anyway. But also we have this really cool thing here at SCAD. No SCAD Glaze, but SCAD Glaze. Actually it's public, I'm pretty sure. In Press, which is like the new cafe that they opened here in Savannah, right next to our library, there is a place called Press Play. I don't know if you know about it.
Oh no, I don't.
Really?
No.
What?
Okay. I mean, I think it was still under construction when I went in. It was open.
No, it's open now.
But
you can. They have a whole bunch of records spanning from like really recent stuff to like old stuff.
Is that the music room kind of place? Yeah.
And you can go and ask them to like play a record for you. Like I was in there listening to like the entire Frank Ocean album to be performative.
I love Frank.
But I'm gonna go back and listen to Channel Orange. But anyway, or Channel Orange, I forgot what it was. But there's also like booths that you can go in, and like have them. I don't know if you can like connect it to your Spotify or what, but like it'll just play like your music and you can work in there.
Oh,
so it's a really vibey place. Highly recommend you go there. But like stuff like that, like that's just like such a cool way for you to find new music, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wish apps would do better and stop trying to like squeeze as much money out of people, the good people, as possible.
The good people. Awesome. But yeah, that is our
first video episode.
I hope you didn't mind looking at us, looking at our faces.
And you don't have to look at us. We'll be on.
True.
We'll be audio as well.
We still would be on the platforms that you have listened to us on so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Roblox smirk smile.
Yeah. Varuntawan. I don't know what that is.
Oh my god. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's so funny. But anyway.
I don't think a lot of people would get that one.
It's okay.
The three Indian fans. The three Indian fans who listen to this podcast. I love it.
But yeah, well, shout out to our socials.
Yes. Flux Instagram.
@Flux.
Flux LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm. Get those connections up.
Yes, get those connections. Fluxcore, Spotify.
Apple Music. 2 apps.
Oh, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, not Apple Music. But yeah.
And then, Discord.
Discord. We have Discord. Talk to other people. Community.
Get teams for startup.
Yes.
That's happening soon.
#, we are not a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to make a hashtag, but...
Just that. No. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, well... I know this is like 2 weeks late. My bad.
Yeah, there have been a lot of problems when it came to making this possible.
Yeah, there might be more. But anyway.
Who knows? We are on a journey to figure this shit out, and you're with us.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's just us.
The 5 people who watch it on YouTube.
No, it's just us and the 1%.
The 1%.
So anyway, comment down below.
Oh my god.
What you think?
My god, like and comment, subscribe. And hit the bell icon.
And we'll see you next time.
Yes. And it'll be...
It's the ASMR now.
Yeah.